Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I am going to be doing a Q&A. I asked you guys on my Instagram if you had any questions for me. I told you that you could ask me anything. I feel like I've been answering a lot of questions in the last few months, especially now that I've become a new mom. And I try to message as many people back as I can, but I thought that doing a video would help answer any questions that anyone might have. So I have all the questions here on my iPad and I'm just going to go ahead and get started. All right, so the very first question that I'm going to answer that quite a few people asked is, do you want more kids or do you want more children? The answer is yes. My husband and I definitely want more kids. We definitely want at least one more. We definitely want two. We've said that we would like 3 kids, but we'll kind of see where we're at when we have 2 kids. I feel like if we were to have a 3rd one, it would be when Channing, my son now, is maybe like just starting elementary school. So, but definitely 2 for sure. I know that I want them close in age, so I would like Channing to be about 2 years old by the time that we have another baby. The next question is, how do you manage your teaching, health, and personal life with a kiddo now? Okay, so 3 things. If you don't know, I am a teacher. I teach 4th grade, and how I manage my life now, to be honest, I feel like Channing is a pretty good baby. For right now, I feel like, yes, I have my hands full. There's no doubt about that, but I feel like, I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it. I guess my husband is like super supportive and is always there for me, and I feel like we both balance parenthood really well together and take turns doing certain things. So I feel like without him, it would definitely be super, super hard, but I feel like we just make such a good team together that it makes it, I don't want to say easier, but maybe better, or I don't know. I just feel like, I mean, he's only 4 months old, and I know that babies can be a handful, and sometimes he is, but I definitely would say that I'm able to balance all of that really well because of my husband. I mean, he is my rock. He's always there for me. He's always there to help me with Channing when I need him to. He helps get Channing ready for me in the mornings when I get ready for work, just the way our schedules work out. So I definitely would say if it wasn't for my husband, I would not be able to balance my personal life and teaching and all of that by myself. All right, the next question is, what diaper bag do you use? I'm due next month and having a hard time deciding what I really want. So I actually just did a what's in my diaper bag video. I will link it down below if you haven't seen it yet, or if you're interested. My diaper bag that I have right now is from the company called ITZY RITZY, and it is called the Boss Diaper Bag. I love it because it is a backpack diaper bag, and it's not the first diaper bag that I had. The first diaper bag that I used for the first couple months when Channing was born was a Skip Hop brand, and I just got it from, I think, Target. And it was just an over-the-shoulder bag, which I loved, and I didn't realize how backpack diaper bags come in handy. You have both of your hands at all times, and that's something I absolutely love. So if I had to recommend a diaper bag, it would definitely be some sort of backpack diaper bag. Also, please excuse the background if you can hear Channing crying. He's just waking up from a nap, so my husband is home. He's watching him just while I finish this video. The next question is, will you share what kind of skincare you use? So skincare that I use, I really don't use any high-end products. I use like an Olay daily like foaming cleanser, and then I use, well, first I take my makeup off with the Neutrogena makeup remover wipes that I love, and then after I take my makeup off, I will use this Garnier Fructis micellar water with like a cotton pad and get off any excess makeup on my skin. I love that stuff. You would be surprised how much makeup is still left on your face, even just after using an actual makeup wipe. I love the micellar water because it gets off any excess makeup that can be left on your skin. And then after that, I use the Olay Daily Foaming Cleanser. And then I rinse my face from that. And I'll just put on like a moisturizer and then sometimes like an under eye serum. I don't, like I said, use anything too crazy. To be honest, some of the products I use are products that I get from like FabFitFun boxes. So they're like mini samples of things. So that's basically just what I use. If you want to see more of an in-depth skincare type video, let me know in the comments. The next question is, how did you decide on the name Channing? Is there a story behind it or just a name you guys really liked? So yes to both questions. It's a name that we really liked, but there's also a little story behind it. I know a lot of people probably think that we got the name from Channing Tatum, but we did not. I personally do not know any Channings aside from Channing Tatum, and so I thought the name was really unique and really cute, and I actually got it from a blogger that I have followed for the last several years. She just has a blog on a website and an Instagram, I think. And she has 2 kids, and her youngest is a boy. I want to say he's almost 3 years old. His name is Channing. And I remember when she announced that, I just thought it was the cutest thing because it's a name that you really don't hear often. And that was a couple of years ago, and I remember telling my husband about it, and we both just kind of agreed if we were to ever have a boy in the future that we would want to name him Channing. So we've actually had this name picked out for a couple of years now. And so yeah, that's just kind of the story behind it. We got it from a blogger that I follow. Not a crazy story, but yeah, that's how we got the name Channing. Next question is, do you feel like you've changed as a teacher since being a mama? I don't know. I haven't really thought about that. I guess I think that since I am a mom, I see things from a parent perspective now a little bit better as a teacher. This is only my 3rd year teaching, so I don't have, you know, a crazy amount of teaching experience yet, but I would say since I am a parent now, I kind of view things more from, you know, if that were my child, you know, how would I feel type thing. And so I guess I also now want to be the kind of teacher that I would want my son to have in the future. So I guess in that aspect, I do look at things from a parent side now. How did you and your husband meet? Well, this is a super long story and probably better for its own video, but to put it in short terms, my husband and I met this summer going into our freshman year of college. I met him through a he wasn't friends with her, through a friend of mine at the time. I had just graduated from high school, and my friend went to visit her grandparents in a small town a couple of hours from where we live. And one night she called me and said that she was at a Sonic and randomly met this guy and thought he was super cute. And she said that he's also going to the same college as you in the fall, so you guys should start talking type thing. And so I didn't really think anything of it, but the next day he and I started texting, and come to find out we both were getting ready to go to the same college in the fall. And so we texted and talked all summer on the phone, and found each other on Facebook, so we were able to see, you know, what we looked like. But we basically just got to know each other over the phone for like 2 months, and then met like 2 weeks before we went to college, and started dating, you know, right when we met, because we had waited to, you know, to just see each other face to face before we kind of made it official. So we started dating in August of 2008, right before we started our freshman year of college, and dated all through college. We've never broken up. Yeah, so that's kind of the short version of it, but that's just how we met. Next question is, what helps you stay organized? What helps me stay organized? I think I use the Notes app on my phone a lot for a number of different things, kind of like a running to-do list. That's where I keep kind of my dinner ideas for the week, where I keep my grocery list for the week, things I need from Target, ideas I have for my classroom. I just have different note pages on my phone. And so as I think of a new idea or something that I need, I'll just go ahead and add it to the list. So it's always there whenever I think about it. That's probably, I don't really keep a planner. I used to, but I would say probably just the notes on my phone. I use that probably daily for a number of different reasons. And I just kind of erase it as I get it or as I do it. Do you have a daily routine that you stick with, and how does it vary for weekends? I never feel like there's enough time to take care of myself. Yes, girl, I know. It can be hard. A daily routine that I stick with, well, during the week, since I'm a teacher, I feel like my routine during the week is very much the same every day. I wake up, I think I said earlier, my husband kind of helps with Channing in the morning, just the way that our work schedules work out. He leaves for work a little bit before me, so while I'm getting ready, he's able to kind of feed him and get him dressed and ready to go, and then he'll leave and I'll have Channing by myself for maybe 20 minutes. But I would say during the week it's very standard. I get ready and then I have Channing, and then I take him to either my mom on Wednesdays or he goes to a sitter the other 4 days of the week, and then I just go to work for 8 hours. I go and pick him up. He comes home usually by the time, he's pretty much on the same schedule with feedings, at least during the day. So usually when I get home with him after school is when it's time for him to eat. So I immediately have to feed him when I get home from school. And then my husband has class. We're both in school right now. He's getting his master's. I'm getting my master's. His actually, he has to go to class for, mine is just online. So luckily I'm home and able to do my schoolwork, but he has to go to class 2 nights a week on Mondays and Tuesdays. So those are my busiest days, and the days where I'm home with Channing mostly by myself at night. So that can sometimes be difficult, but I would say that's pretty much how my routine goes. I'll make dinner and give Channing a bath, or read him a story, put him to bed. That's kind of my routine during the week. It does vary for weekends. Channing right now sleeps through the night. He just turned 4 months old today. He still sleeps through the night, and on weekends he'll usually sleep till about 7 to 7:45. On weekdays we have to wake him up just because we're getting ready for work and have to get him ready as well. So we usually get him up around 6:15 to 6:30, but it just kind of depends on weekends. He usually stays, about the same schedule on weekends, but I hope that answers your question. That's kind of our little routine. Next question is, what are your go-to stores for home decor? I absolutely love to decorate. I think that if I wasn't a teacher, I would love to be some sort of interior designer. I love decorating, and I follow tons of Instagrams that do just home decor, and so I love getting inspiration and ideas from them. But my go-to stores are definitely Kirkland's, TJ Maxx, Hobby Lobby, Home Goods. Target sometimes. Target has cute decor. Those would probably be my top stores that I get my decor from. Where do you buy Channing's clothes? It varies. I get a lot of his clothes from Target, sometimes Carter's, and just like online kids boutiques I like to get clothes from. I'm trying to think if there's anywhere else. Really, I feel like those are the main places where I get his clothes. How do you keep your house so clean? I don't. It might look like that in pictures, but clean and picked up, I would say, are two different things. I feel like I'm a somewhat organized person, and clutter makes me go crazy. So I definitely keep my house picked up throughout the day. I don't like leaving things on the floor. If I get something out, I like to put it back right when I'm done with it. So I would say I pick up a lot during the day. As far as clean, I usually leave that for weekends, and usually deep clean and all that stuff on the weekends. I like to clean. It is not something that I despise. So I enjoy keeping my house clean. It's a good feeling. So hope that answers your question. This person had a couple of questions with that one. They also said, what made you want to become a vlogger? I love watching YouTube videos. There are several that I love to watch and follow, especially mom vlogs now that I've become a mom. They're so fun to watch. So I think it's just because I have a hobby of watching YouTube videos. I enjoy watching tons of them, and so I thought it would be fun now that I'm a new mom to kind of document my adventures with Channing, and it's almost kind of like a home video in a way. Like, it's something that's always going to be out there, and so it's something that even myself I can look back on and watch and show him someday, if, you know, depending on how long YouTube is around. But yeah, I think that's why I like to do it. I like watching others, so I hope that others enjoy watching myself and get some ideas from me. And yeah, so that's kind of why I became a vlogger. I wouldn't say that I'm very religious with doing it, since I do have a full-time job, but I like to do it kind of as like a little side hobby when I can. I feel like there were a couple questions asking if Channing is breastfed or just formula. He is just strictly formula now. He was breastfed a little bit when he was in the NICU, but it got to the point where he just really had to work on feedings in order to come home, and that was the only thing in his way of, you know, coming home. So at that point, I just wanted him home ASAP. That I was like, you know what, fed is best to me, and so I just want him to be able to feed how he needs to and get home to me. So I know that some moms really rely on breastfeeding, and it's like something they feel just such a bond, you know, with their baby. And I love that. I support breastfeeding 100%, but it just wasn't for me. It wasn't for my situation with my baby. And so I feel happy that he was able to get some from me, and, you know, some is better than none, they say. So I was happy with that. And so he has been strictly on formula since a little bit before he got out of the NICU. So the other question with that was how many ounces. He drinks 6 ounces right now. Is Channing small for his age since he was born early? I have a son who was born at 23 weeks and is now almost 9 months old. You're such a great mom and have a perfect family. Thank you so much. He was not small for his age. He was born 5 weeks early, and I will leave my birth story down in the description box if you have not already seen that or don't know my story with him. But he was born 5 weeks early, so you would think that he would have been small, but he was not. He was 7 pounds 5 ounces at 35 weeks. So even when he was in the NICU for, you know, almost 3 weeks, all the nurses were like, he's not a typical preemie baby, because he was healthy otherwise. But he's definitely not small now. I mean, you would not look at him at 4 months and think that he was ever premature or small for his age. He's definitely, you know, more than average, I would say, for his weight and height. So, yeah. What are your favorite vloggers that inspire you? My favorite vloggers that I like to watch, mom-wise, I love following Aaryn Williams. I can link these down below if you're interested. I like following Aaryn Williams. I like following Caitlyn Neier. I think that's how you say her last name. I like following, I'm trying to think, she's not a mom, but I enjoy her vlogs a lot. Leigh. She was formerly Ciao Bella for a while. Those I would say are probably my top 3 vloggers that I like to watch. What hair products do you use? Your hair always looks perfect, even your ponytails. I would love to see a tutorial. Thank you so much. I had 2 questions about this one. Hair products that I use, I get my hair highlighted every couple of months, so I do use a purple shampoo when I wash my hair. I wash my hair probably only twice a week. My hair is very, very thick and actually naturally curly, believe it or not. But I actually just got it like a keratin treatment where it helps with keeping your hair straight for a couple of months, and I have loved that, which I highly recommend if you have been interested in ever doing that. I highly recommend it because it has helped just in the mornings with, it like cuts your time in half with having to straighten and blow dry your hair. It's amazing. But anyway, I use the purple shampoo. I use I think it's called Color Endure Conditioner to help with color treated hair, and I use a argan oil before I blow dry my hair or straighten it. Sometimes I use a leave-in conditioner. Yeah, I know that you said that you would love to see a tutorial, so maybe in the future I can do a video on that. I did cut my hair about a month or so ago, so my hair doesn't really fit in my, it fits in a ponytail, but not how I used to wear it. So might have to grow it out a little bit in order to show you that kind of ponytail, but thank you. Did you plan on having babies when you found out you were pregnant with Channing? Yes. My husband and I knew that we wanted children, so we definitely were on the same page of wanting to try and get pregnant. So Channing was definitely planned. Did you have an adjustment period with Channing where you ever felt overwhelmed? You always look so put together. I know with my first I was a hot mess for a while. Thank you so much. Definitely what you see in pictures and other videos is not always what it seems. I definitely have my days, that is for sure. I have broken down and cried. It happens. As far as having an adjustment period with Channing, where I've ever felt overwhelmed, I think him being in the NICU for almost 3 weeks kind of helped with that transition. Of course I wanted him home, but it allowed my husband and I to get our sleep while we could, because we knew that he was being taken care of by the nurses in the NICU. So we had that couple weeks after he was born where he wasn't home yet for us to kind of adjust in a way. But then after he was home, it definitely was an adjustment period. I remember, I want to say within the first week of him being home, I just all of a sudden felt so overwhelmed. I was changing his diaper one night and he started peeing everywhere and I didn't catch it in time, and so I started calling for my husband, and I just started crying for no reason because he was peeing outside of his diaper and I had to clean all that up and take him out of his clothes and put new ones on him. And so it's just like little things when you look back on, they're so minor, but definitely when you become a new mom, there's things where just even the smallest things, like unless you're a mom you don't understand, like that just can set you off, you know, for dumb little reasons. But I wouldn't say I felt like super overwhelmed, but you know, there's definitely those moments where you feel just like a hot mess. Where were your favorite places to find cute maternity clothes when you were pregnant with Channing? Probably, I feel like Target was where I got a lot of my maternity clothes. And then also Shop Pink Blush is a website. I will link it down below. Super cute clothes and dresses. That's where I got our, or my dress for our maternity pictures and my dress for my baby shower. Highly recommend that website. They have super, super cute clothes. Are you still sticking to Weight Watchers, or are you just kind of doing your own thing right now? I am still signed up for Weight Watchers, and I wouldn't say that I'm sticking to it 100%, to be honest. It is super hard to get back into the swing of things, but I do try to track here and there, or at least just be mindful of what I'm eating. I would definitely say I'm more conscious of what I'm eating during the week. Since I have to pack a lunch and everything, I try to be a little bit more conscious of what I'm eating at school and for dinners during the week. And then I feel like weekends are kind of my splurge time, I guess you would say. But I haven't been back to the gym yet. I know that I need to be, but I just haven't gotten to that point yet. So I would say I'm kind of in the middle with Weight Watchers right now. When did you start noticing Channing hitting his milestones? Do you have any tips for preemie moms? My little guy was born at 34 weeks. Like I said, he was never really weight-wise a preemie, but I haven't really noticed him being underdeveloped in anything. I feel like he's really spot on with where he's at development-wise. I have not seen any cause of concern to bring up anything to his doctor that makes me feel like he should be doing something now when he isn't. So I guess I can't really give you any tips. I'm sorry. But I would just, I mean, if you're noticing something, I would definitely bring something up to your doctor. But I feel like, and this can sometimes be a bad thing, I feel like I Google a lot of things like, when should my child do this? When should my child do this? And I feel like he's, you know, there's websites that always give, you know, different ranges of when they should be hitting things. So it's hard to trust one, you know, tip or the other. But I feel like he's really on track with where he should be. So I haven't really had any cause of concern. How long did it take you to get Channing in a good sleeping routine, and how did you do it? We didn't really do anything, to be honest. He was in the NICU for almost 3 weeks. When we brought him home, he slept at the foot of our bed. And I actually set my alarm to wake him up every 3 hours to feed him. I don't know why I did that looking back, but I felt like as a new mom, like, oh my gosh, I need to feed my baby. It's been over 3 hours. So I would make sure at night I would set my alarm. I think he was on a schedule from the NICU for like a 9, 12, 3, 6 o'clock schedule. So at night I would be waking up at midnight, 3 a.m., 6 a.m., and so on to feed him. And sometimes he would be queuing, sometimes he wouldn't be, but I would wake him up anyway and feed him. And then I took him to the doctor and told her that I was doing that. She said, you totally don't need to do that. He will let you know when he's hungry, which, duh, he will. But yeah, then after that, you know, I just kind of let him wake up when he needed to. We honestly kept him in a pack and play at the foot of our bed for maybe 6 weeks. He only slept in our room for about 6 weeks. He has been in his crib, which is literally like my husband and him share a closet. So his room is literally right next to us. It is just a couple, you know, feet away. So he's super close to us. I have a monitor by me that's a video monitor so I can see him and keep that up or keep that on all night long. But he has been in his crib since about 6 weeks. And I feel like we just got up when he needed to eat throughout the night. And then right when he was a little over 2 months old, he started sleeping through the night. And that was from about 11 to about 5 or 6. And then we started putting him to bed a little bit earlier. And right now he goes to bed anywhere from probably 7:30 to 9 o'clock, in between that range. And he will sleep until we wake him up at like 6:15 during the week when we get ready for work. Or on weekends, he'll sleep till 7 to 8 o'clock. So he definitely is a really good sleeper. I don't feel like we really trained him or tried to do anything different. We just kind of woke up when we needed to, and he just kind of started to be able to sleep longer stretches, and it just got longer and longer and longer. And I don't want to say that putting him in his crib early helped with that, but I mean, he just got accustomed to his bed at a really young age, and he likes his crib. And so I don't know if that's what helped him start to get on a better sleeping schedule or what, but we feel very blessed that he has been sleeping through the night for almost 2 months now. And we know that regression can hit, and so, you know, if that happens, it happens. But right now, he does great with sleeping through the night. I know that there's a lot of trainings out there that if you're struggling to have your baby sleep through the night, I know there's great programs out there to try. But I feel like, to be honest, we didn't really do anything out of the ordinary. We just kind of woke up with him when he needed to be, and he just kind of, I guess I would call him a really good self-soother. He self-soothes himself really well. All right, so those are all of the questions. I feel like I answered everybody's question. I know that a lot of people had kind of the same question that I've answered, so hopefully yours was answered somewhere in my video. But thank you guys so much for watching. I enjoyed doing this. Maybe I'll do another one in the future, maybe a couple months down the road, just to see if there's any other questions that you want answered. If there's any videos that you would like to see, please leave suggestions down below. I would like to know what you guys would like to see. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will talk to you guys all soon. Bye.